The rain had been falling for 7 straight days. The small village seemed trapped beneath gray clouds. The dirt roads had turned into muddy paths, and the fields shimmered with pools of water. Most people stayed indoors, waiting for the sun to return. Among them was a young boy named Hassan. Hassan was known throughout the village as a dreamer. He dreamed of becoming an engineer one day and building strong bridges and roads for rural communities. He often spoke about the future, about success, and about all the great things he planned to do. But there was one problem. Hassan spent more time dreaming than doing. Whenever it rained, he would sit by the window and say, "I'll start when the weather gets better." When the rain continued the next day, he said the same thing, and then the next day, and the next. His father watched him carefully, but said very little. One rainy afternoon, Hassan sat by the window staring at the dark sky. His school books were stacked neatly on the table, untouched. His notebook remained blank. Outside, raindrops tapped endlessly against the glass. Suddenly, his father entered the room carrying 2 small sacks of seeds. "Hassan," he said, "come with me," the boy sighed. "In this rain?" His father smiled. "Especially in this rain." Reluctantly, Hassan followed him outside. The rain was light but steady. They walked toward a small piece of family land behind the village. The ground was wet and muddy. His father handed him one of the sacks. "We're planting these today." Hassan looked confused. "But why now? Wouldn't it be better to wait until the rain stops?" His father knelt down and pushed a seed into the soft earth. "No," he replied. "This is exactly the right time." For the next hour they planted seeds row after row. Hassan's clothes became muddy. His shoes were soaked. He complained the entire time. When they finally finished, he asked, "How long before these seeds grow?" His father smiled. "That depends on how wisely we used our time." Hassan didn't understand. Weeks passed. The rain eventually stopped. Bright sunshine returned to the village. One morning Hassan walked to the field with his father. His eyes widened. Tiny green plants covered the land. The seeds had begun to grow. Nearby, another field remained empty and bare. "Why didn't they plant theirs?" Hassan asked. His father replied, "They waited for perfect weather." The boy looked again. Their field was alive with green growth. The other field was still waiting. At that moment, Hassan finally understood. The seeds represented effort, the rain represented difficult circumstances, and time never waited for perfect conditions. That evening he sat beside his window again. Rain clouds still lingered in the distance, but this time he didn't waste the afternoon. He opened his notebook. He completed his assignments. He began studying for the scholarship exam he had delayed for months. Every day he spent a little time improving himself. Some days he studied for an hour, some days only 20 minutes. But he no longer waited for the perfect moment. Months later, Hassan earned one of the highest scores in his school. His teacher congratulated him. His parents were proud. And Hassan realized something important. Success had not arrived because he became smarter overnight. It arrived because he stopped waiting. 1 year later, during another rainy season, Hassan stood by the same window. The rain was falling heavily again. But now, whenever he heard the sound of raindrops, he remembered the seeds planted in muddy ground. He remembered that opportunities grow when action is taken. Not when conditions are perfect, not when the sun shines, but when people decide to begin, no matter the weather. Moral of the story: time is like a season. Those who use rainy days wisely will enjoy the harvest when the sunshine comes.